Accessing SOA services. To begin, log into your Bluemix account and access the API dashboard. Click Sandbox. On the Sandbox catalog page, click Settings. On the Settings page, click the Show buttons to see the values of the client ID and client secret. In particular, make a note of the client ID value. You will need this later on to invoke your API. Then click Endpoints in the left-hand navigation. Click the dashboard navigation icon and then click Drafts. On the Drafts page, click APIs. Click Add and then click New Open API from Scratch. In the dialog box that opens, set the title to Checking and then click Add a Product. Set the name of the product to Checking. Then check the Publish this product to a catalog box if it is not already checked. Then click Create API. The new API gets generated. On the initial design page, click Paths. Click plus to create a new path if one does not already exist. Change the path to /checkRequest. Then click the trash can icon to remove the get operation of the new path. Click Add Operation and then click Post. Click Add Parameter and then click Add New Parameter. Type body in the name field and select body from the Located In drop-down box and set the type to string. Click Definitions in the left-hand navigation menu. Click plus to create a new definition. Set the new name to JSON check request. Set the type to object. Then, in the properties, type amount in the first default property name. Set that type to integer. Add properties until your property list looks like the one you see here. Click plus to create a new definition. Change the new definition name to JSON check response. Add properties to this new definition until your list looks like the one you see here. When your definitions are complete, you will have both the JSON check request and JSON check response definitions. Click plus under Services to create a new service. Click Upload File in the Import Web Service from WSDL dialog box. Navigate your local directory and find the somebankchecked.wsdl file provided with the course. After the WSDL file has been uploaded, it is parsed and all of the available SOAP services are shown in the dialog box. Check the SomeBank service box and click Done. The display returns to the design page of your API. Both of the SomeBank service operations, account enquiry and check request, are shown in the services section. Click Assemble. On the Assemble page, hover the mouse over the default invoke and click the trash can icon to remove it. Scroll down the Tools palette until you see the Web Service Operations. Drag the Check Request operation onto the Assemble processing line. This action automatically creates a map and invoke and a map action. Click on the left-hand or inbound map icon. On the inbound map, click the pencil icon in the input area. Click plus input. Set the content variable to request.body.checkRequestElement. Leave the content type as application JSON. Set the name to checkRequestElement. And finally, select the definition JSON check request from the definition drop-down list. Then click Done. In the input map, click the handle alongside amount on the input side, and then click alongside amount on the output side. This should draw a green line between the two elements. Repeat this action to map the corresponding inputs and output elements. Click X to close the mapping pane. Click the Invoke icon to open its configuration pane. Set the target URL to the URL that is shown on your screen. Note that this URL actually points to another API service running on the same Bluemix organization that you currently are using. Click the Outbound Map icon in the assembly. This automatically closes the configuration pane of the Invoke and opens the configuration pane of the Outbound Map. Click the pencil icon in the output area. Click plus output in the dialog box. Select Definitions JSON check response from the Definitions drop-down list. Leave the rest of the values at their defaults, message.body, output, and application JSON. Using the same methods as the input map, map the input to the corresponding output fields. Click X to close the mapping dialog. Your completed assembly then appears. Click the test arrow. On the test pane, click Republish Product. Select the Post Check Request operation, and then in the body parameter, enter a sample check request JSON request. Click Invoke. You receive back a JSON response. This transaction has gone through the mapping, gone out to the SOA-based backend, come back from the SOA-based backend, and then mapped back into JSON, and you see the response here.